what's going on. I think we are about here as soon as it looks like we're live. What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing? Happy Monday. Holy cow. Another week is upon us. Hope y'all are having a good one so far. I tell ya, I am. Been already gotten quite a bit of work done today. Not just horn, but working on the kitchen remodel. Did a little mudding, did a little cleanup and prep work for priming, painting, and finishing up the drywall stuff so that we can do everything else. Because we got to start building cabinets, we got to start doing floors, we got to paint, we got to do a whole lot of stuff. So yeah, that's what I've been doing this morning. And as well as I don't know if y'all have ever played around with this little application. It's called Tonal Energy. And as you can see, it's the reason I got it is because my teacher in my lesson on Saturday basically told me that one thing that I should be working on is fine-tuning my tone and resonance. So if you'll notice these green bars down at the bottom, they kind of, they flash in and out depending on how resonant my voice happens to be, or not, whatever. But essentially, and I don't know if I can get it on the camera as I play, but I'll try and get maybe I can freeze it. I can freeze it when I get it good. So So for example, that was kind of where that C was at. Those blue bars are where that C was held at. So kind of trying to get them as full as possible. So if I try and expand my upper palate and my intraoral cavity and try and get a bigger inside of my mouth, as it were. So that didn't get a whole lot bigger. So now I'm not entirely sure what I'm supposed to be using this for. Because also when I go up higher, it's inherently, well, shoot. That's what the God dang it, I said to freeze. Okay, I don't know how to do this. But it's much less resonant in the upper harmonics, and maybe that's just because now I'm remembering as well. It's really the harmonics are it's important for mid-low. That's what it was supposed to be doing, because as your lower middle and lower notes become more resonant with harmonics above them, they sound louder without having to right, and engage like a super brassy, wide, splatty tone. High notes, necessarily just by virtue of their pitch, they cut through like an ensemble or what have you. But lower notes need this full. So what I should do, and should have done, is test it on the low C. And so that's where the bars are on the low C, which is, I like, sorry for the glare. That's pretty full. I feel like that's pretty full in terms of, you know, harmonic energy or whatever. So yeah, I'm not sure if I'm using this tool correctly. It's interesting though. It's definitely interesting, and it's something to use, you know, as we play along. But yeah, I don't know about this one. We'll see. Anyways, let's do some flexibilities. Let's do some what have we done today? What have we not done today? Let's do a tuba. Let's do a tuba. Excuse me. Dang. I'm trying to keep as much in tune as I can, but this freaking tuner, it's basically a seizure warning, because like as I'm playing, it's doing all of this, and it's not really all that helpful in the moment. You know what I mean? Like, this is not not helpful in the moment. Woo wee. There's a good one. Okay, so I think I'm gonna put the tonal energy away for right now. It's a little mind flooding. It's helpful for sure, and maybe I'll actually keep it on for the tuner functionality as opposed to the harmonics. The harmonics seem to be a little much at the moment. Let's see. What do we want to work? We've done the tuba. We're gonna do the Oscar Franz scale. But that's a little bit more of a heavy lifter, so let's do some flexy stuff before running into that necessarily. Gonna do lip trills, but maybe in a little bit. We can do the schmores. Schmores. Those are not. Ah! Someone's got a real case of the Mondays, huh? Boy, howdy do I. Kinda. That was fun. As you hold a pitch in tune, there's like a yo Porky, what's going on? Good to see you, my friend. I'm playing around with this little tuner app that my teacher recommended for me. It's a little interesting on the like emoji smiley face for being in tune or not, but it's I got it for this harmonics analysis. I don't know. We're figuring that out, but yeah, doing having some fun with it. Hope you're doing well and having a great Monday. since using this, I've been in tune. Oh well, okay. I was in a yellow for about 63% of the time. Red was less, and then green was somewhere in the middle. So I'm like generally, I think, roughly in tune, but not like in tune. Which also I know I need to tune the actual horn, which we might get to today. I might just do it this afternoon because I also kind of need to do my my slides, clean out all my slides and stuff. So I may wait to do a full tuning until it's all cleaned out and everything. Although that is also kind of dumb because like why would I just accept playing not in tune? But you know, whatever. I ain't worried about it. Let's do some schmore. Schmore what? You're killing me, Smalls. But as you hold it, as you hold the note in tune, the smiley face gets bigger, 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 and then you hold it for long enough, and it's like there's little smiley faces come out of it. It's really fun. I think that's cute. How do you tune the horn? I mean, the tones are very dependent on yourself. Yes. So there's a few things. So when you're playing a note, there's generally what's referred to as like a slot or like a notch. Generally, it's where you're playing a note, say open a middle C, and that's where the note is the most resonant and pretty, right? So if I were to play a C and bend it, right, bend it down a little bit, you'll notice that the tone gets worse. It's obviously not in tune because it's bent and it's just thin. The tone quality is not nearly as good, right? And then you go back to the C. So like there's a lot of variance within where a note can sit just by playing it. But what you're trying to tune is that spot at which the sound and tone is most resonant. You want that to be right at a concert F or a relative C for horns. So generally there's just a process. You push all everything in. You tune the B flat side first, so you'd push it in and do that, and then you'd find where the tone center is pushed all the way in. That's going to be 35 cents sharp, right? So you pull out the slide a little bit, play the same note the same way. And what I'm really bad at is just adjusting my mouth to get it in tune, which leads to a suffered or a diminished quality and timbre and resonance, right? So you want to make sure that basically that slot where you're playing the note the most beautifully and resonantly is right bam smack where a concert F is supposed to be. So you'll do the B flat side open first, and then you'll do the F slide open, and then you'll tune each. You'll do second. You'll do it second on the B flat. You'll do first. You'll do first on the B flat. You'll do third. You'll do maybe first and second to like I don't know how exactly. The third is a little different because reasons. Tube length and harmonics and all that, but yeah, that's roughly how you do it. And again, I'm gonna be lazy about it right now because I do need to give this a nice cleaning, all the slides and stuff. So what I'm gonna do is probably this afternoon, this evening, I'm gonna take them all out, soak them in some warm soap dishwater, essentially soapy water. Clean them out, grease them up, and then that'll be really nice to tune them. Because right now, some of them are sticking a little bit, like they're just a little difficult to move and they're not really like smooth. So you really want to make sure that you've got fine grained movement capabilities to really nail your tuning. But yeah, excellent question. That's I love talking shop. My pleasure, Porky. And yo, what's up, M-Door? Good to see you, buddy. Enjoy the lurkage. We're just running through these flexibilities as I'm remembering what what it was I was going to work on. I'm way out of tune. Holy shit. And it's so cool using this thing because I'm seeing in real time that every time I do these flexibilities and go down an octave, I just completely loosen up and lose all intonation, and I'm bottoming out. I'm flat as hell. And so it was really cool seeing this. When I first started that flexibility, I was almost 0% in the green area of intonation. And then as I, the series got higher and into a more comfortable, range and register, but I was seeing the green section of the bar growing in real time as that's so freaking cool. That's a really interesting tool. Oh, I'm having a lot more fun with this than I was expecting to, or at immediate use cases, I suppose. Instant improvement. Okay, let's do this next one. Maybe these next two. Yo, Professor. It's Professor time. Woot. Good to see you, buddy. How you been? Hope you had a wonderful weekend. I missed y'all. I missed all of y'all. It was a hell of a weekend over here, I tell you. A lot of work on the house, a lot of purchasing so that we could do more work on the house. But we got most of the stuff to build the cabinets at this point. We just got to finish up the walls and painting and stuff, and then we get to do some woodworking, which I'm very excited about. Got my schoolwork done on time. Hey, congrats, dude. Kind of weird. No weirdness about it. That's the expectation. That is what we've come to expect from the professor. Obviously. Obviously. That's awesome, dude. Oh, goodness. That's a great feeling. Have you ever heard of Professor? Have you ever heard of this app, Tonal Energy? It's like a tuner metronome sound analysis thing. That's what I'm in the process of playing around with. You know. And then it's even got like harmonics to see how resonant you are. We're kind of doing we're kind of seeing how it works. I'm very excited for it. Just a guy on a farm. Can I play How to Train Your Dragon? I don't really know that one, unfortunately. Not at the moment. Test drive. Porky, what we test driving? Like cars? Or are we doing or are we talking about the app? This tuner app. Oh, it's a test drive is a song. Oh. I gotcha. Let's see. I'm Training Dragon sheet music. Let's see. I mean, here's one. It's piano, but we might be able to get some of the melody. Yeah, maybe we might be able to see what that's about after a little bit. 30 streak! Professor! What the hell? Holy moly. That is incredible. I am humbled, I am flattered, I am overjoyed. That is something else. Hell yeah, dude. We gotta get some good I gotta figure out some good channel point rewards for y'all's like wonderful legends coming out and hanging out with me every day. We gotta get y'all we gotta do some stuff for that. I need to brainstorm a little bit. That was a horrible C up there. It was registering as a B flat, or a B natural B flat that was too flat. Yikes. It would be longer if I hadn't taken a nap longer than you streamed one day. I fell asleep and I started, played, and finished before I woke up. Well, holy cow. First off, incredible. But also, still, freaking still, dude. Especially considering the sporadic nature of the streams over the past month. And so, like, that is legit legend status. And I gotta, I should make a badge. We should make a badge for, like, long stream streaks. You deserve a badge, my friend. I heard about this app called Tonic. It's for what you're doing with your streams, broadcasting. Maybe people will tune in. I've downloaded, but I haven't tried it yet. That's very interesting. Tonic. So it's like OBS sort of a thing, like a broadcasting software kind of thing. That's pretty sweet. That's not one that I haven't heard about that one. Henry, what's up, my friend? Good to see ya. We're doing some oh goodness, flexibility stuff, working on intonation and harmonics and resonance, tone quality. We're going hard on that shit today. Hope you had a good weekend. Hope you're having a good start to your week. Hope things are going well. Just, in general. Regardless of anything else. Agnostic of, just, I hope everything's going well. That is difficult to hold in tune. I was only 50% in tune, and the in tune range for that is plus or minus, I think, 5 or 6 cents, which is not like that in tune. Any tips on finding sheet music for beginners? Tired of playing scales for hours. So you can kind of find sheet music anywhere. For example, Test Drive from How to Train Your Dragon. You can look up Test Drive, How to Train Your Dragon sheet music. I found one from piano, and you can take a look at that. It's not going to be exactly like horn, But there's a lot of good horn sheet music that's free on imslp.org. For example, you can get all of the Mozart concertos. You can get, I think Strauss are on there, the Strauss concertos. You know, there's a lot of good stuff, and it's free because it's public domain, open source stuff. If you're looking to get something that's got a lot of like replayability and like, you know, just stuff to play, etude books. This Koprosh, for example, it's got 60 etudes, ranging from, you know, super, number one is super easy, literally just scales, to as you get further in, you start getting, you know, some pretty decently advanced and fun kind of stuff. The open source thing, so it's IMSLP. It's the Petrucci Music Library something. That's imslp.org. So if you look up like Mozart Horn Concerto IMSLP, then it'll bring you to where it is, and you can browse and see what you need there. Koprosh is very good for just in general, like it's kind of a standard for horn stuff. Similarly, Kling is a really good etude book. It's a bit more advanced because, you know, even number one is like, it's pretty rangy. It's pretty, you know, decently difficult. And they only get more difficult from there. Like, you know, they're not exactly progressive. Koprosh is a progressive thing where you start at one and you go through. Kling is just like, they're all fun. They're all just fun music to do. There's also, I know that, I want to say Koprosh is on IMSLP, the Koprosh etude book. That's a really good one to do. Rochu's 120 Melodious Etudes for Trombone actually are very good for low horn playing and bass clef. The number one very first etude here, you know, I play it as well. It's great for working out mid-low register. And playing in bass clef, you know, you really need to know how to play a bass clef. Maxime Alphonse is another really good book. I think it's like 200 progressive studies. There's like 3 or 4 books. Maxime Alphonse. There's so many. Like if you're interested in etude books, there's that. Otherwise, you know, music. I mean, you can basically find sheet music anywhere, and you can play, you know, anything, even if it's not necessarily horn music. If you find, for example, the Lord of the Rings stuff that we were tooting around on earlier, you know. Such as it is, you can, you know, find a tune and just play that, right? Like you can kind of just do anything. And the thing that's good about learning your scales is once you have a tune, like Concerning Hobbits, I did that one in G major, and because I know G major scale pretty well, it's just, oh, I know what tones exist, and I can kind of figure it out and go up and down the scale just as the song demands. So that was a lot. If there's anything specifically that that I can repeat or expand further upon, I would be happy to. But yeah, IMSLP, the Petrucci Music Library is I'm pretty sure what it's called. It's a big public domain, open source conglomerate, amalgamation, repository, we'll say, for open source music. And they're not all open source in all jurisdictions is the thing. Sometimes I'll find ones that are not public domain in the US, but they are public domain in like Canada or the UK or something, right? So yeah. just kind of whatever you can find. And MuseScore is a common place for people to I think upload their like compositions or transcriptions of things. So like a lot of times what I'm looking at right now is Test Drive piano music that is on MuseScore that someone went and put on there. So there's a lot of places. Yo, Lex Gast, good morning to you, my friend. Good to see you. Hope you're having a good Monday. I tell you what, I am. We're gonna do some lip trills here in a second, and hopefully they work. Let me get this tuner out of my face because that's gonna really bug me as I do trills. It's almost there. It's like it's almost there and like continuous. It's like popping in and then like popping out and that's close. Suki, what's going on, my friend? How are you, dude? Hey, my pleasure, Porky. Got a full document of tips. My post in progress in your Discord soon. I hope you do. I hope you do. I sure hope you do. I would love to see it. Because we're all in this journey of, you know, making music. At least in my opinion, I think we're all in this together, you know. The pursuit of musical achievement, and, you know, it's one of the peak elements of humanity, the creative expression that we are afforded as human beings with, you know, heightened agency and, you know, consciousness, whatever, to allow us to creatively express ourselves via, you know, either music or art or visual, you know, movement, or culinarily, right? Or literary, you know, with the written word or the spoken word or any like artistic expression, creative expression. I can't speak this morning. To me, is the peak of the human existence. That's it. End of story. Don't at me. Near an end of the Monday, man. Gonna reveal my portfolio amidst the oil crisis. Oh my goodness. Indian Stock Exchange has launched Brent oil crude futures, so gonna explore that a tad bit. Best of luck. Godspeed. Especially in times of turmoil like this, like, I'm just in broad market ETFs, my guy. Vanguard, total market, and just it's parked in there for literally my entire investing career. I do not, because I used to be a CPA, right? So obviously, like, just inherently my risk tolerance is a little bit lower as a general rule. Porky, you got it. You got it. S&P, total market, broad market, you know, index funds or ETFs, that's the way to do. Low expenses, and then, you know, you don't have to worry about the whims of whatever, you know, commentary. We're not gonna, y'all know what I mean. We are not finance professionals. Invest at your own risk. Past performance is not indicative of future results. Conduct your own due diligence. Speak with your financial advisor. Not member FDIC. Excellent. I think we got our bases covered. That's not bad. A couple of IPOs are going to launch in India, so going to check them out. Well, hey, look, you know, each one stands on its own. Don't buy into the hype. You know, I remember back in the day when Roblox, I think, was going public, and has Reddit actually gone public yet, or they're still gearing up? Or there were a few like, they were trying to be memed. And I was watching them and I was like, dang, Roblox for like $70. I really need to get in on that because that shit's going to go to the moon. And this is why I don't do individual stocks, like, ever. Because now, as soon as I come over here, I think it's still on my watch list, unless I've taken it off. Because I know it's not even close. Oh, well, 58.21. But I remember when it was like, yeah, it opened at like 70 something, and then it crashed to like, yeah, nothing for years. It's actually been doing decently for about a year. Okay, whatever. You know what I mean? Point is, IPOs are lies. Don't at me. Whatever. Maybe I'm just getting a little fatigued in the corners, perhaps. Let's do some. Okay, before I do something that's gonna actually kick my ass, let's play through some actual music, shall we? Oh, where are you? Found it. So we are gonna do the Strauss. Strauss one, and my music's ripping. This thing is, jeez, when did I get this? This might be a 20-year-old purchase that honestly could stand to be, well, I'm not going to buy another one just because it's, Strauss 1 is on IMSLP. You didn't hear it from me. Yo, what's up, that dude? The best thing is to reduce your risk. More time in means more time to lose. So you want to make Money fast, get rich quick, if you will. The fastest method is to put it all on black, or was it red? And this is where I want to take the moment to reiterate once again: we are not financial advisors. Do not take investment or financial advice from us. Consult your own independent financial advisor, etc., etc. Don't listen to this dude unless you win, in which case 25% advisor fee. Check payable out to make the check payable to Punbird, and we'll be Gucci. What's up, dude? Good to see you. Sorry, yeah. That dude. That dude. This dude. That dude. I'm a dude. He's a dude. She's a dude. Because we're all dudes. Y'all know. Tapioca! What's up? Holy cow, it's been a minute. How have you been? It's great to see ya. Whew. Goodness, we're about to run through some Strauss for you here. Because I will be performing this for a recital in 8 days. A week from tomorrow. Holy shit. It's a week from tomorrow. Oh my god. You might spend a little more time on Strauss than I was thinking originally, but it's not in a bad spot. Like, it's in an actual decent spot, so. Guess you got an offer from a university? No freaking way, dude! Are you serious? Because I'm about to lose my shit! That's so exciting! Congratulations, dude! Holy moly. That's incredible. Sincerely, congratulations. A monumental achievement. You should be very proud. I know I am. You sure did. Yes. That's so cool, dude. Congrats. Are you waiting on other offers, or is that the place you're gonna go? Is that like now you're made in the shade and it doesn't matter what happens for the rest of the year? Or is that like your safety school be like, okay, so now we can wait on the ones that we actually care about with a good fallback plan? Waiting on others for now, but I've been forced to accept it. Otherwise, I would lose the offer. It is my safety net, though. I gotcha. Well, hey, that's a great position to be in, because now you get to play the field without fear of like, hey, even if worst case scenario, nothing, God forbid, knock on wood, no other acceptances, you're still fine. That's awesome, dude. French horn practice stream. Let's go. Hell yeah. Guillermo, I apologize for my pronunciation. Um, Guillermetic. I'm seeing like Guillermo and like medic. I know that's incorrect, but it's wonderful to see you. Hope you're doing well. We're practicing up Strauss's first horn concerto at the moment. If you're familiar, I have a they call it a recital. It's not really. It is a recital, but it's not like my recital. It's a brass and horn recital where I'm playing the first movement of Strauss one. The other horns are going to do like a piece for it. It's really cool as like a public performance outside of like juries. You know what I mean? So long story short, this is my piece, and I am freaking out. So yeah. Whew. Yo, that felt pretty good. A couple of flubbed notes. Cracked notes, but that wasn't too bad. I wouldn't bother trying to pronounce the latter part of this username. Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't think I could. So I will not. But yeah. All right. Goodness. That was fun. I think that's gonna turn out pretty well. I think that's gonna be okay. What I'm gonna try and do, y'all. So that reminds me. So not tomorrow, but the Tuesday after, because that's my recital. It's at like 12:30 in the afternoon, so we're not gonna stream practice Tuesday next. And what I want to do is I would like to be able to get a recording of the recital piece. I don't know if I'm going to be able to, because I'd like to, put it in Discord or put it up on YouTube just so y'all can see, the progress and how we're doing. I can't guarantee that though. That's the plan. Yeah, so we'll have to see. For his worth, you sound great to untrained ears. I appreciate that. Like on it, because honestly, that's the point. Kind of like to an extent. I would, I'm working to sound good to trained ears and to, so that professionals will be able to hear me and be like, oh damn, that kid with the horn, a kid, 34 years old. That dude with the horn, knows what he's doing. But at the same time, the whole point of music is to be accessible, is to be performed and be something that everyone can enjoy, a universal language. I would love to, sounding great to untrained ears. That's the first step. sounding great to trained ears, that's the next step. But that's, you know what I mean? Like, I want everyone to be able to enjoy the sound. That's what I'm trying to say. You know, like a little, you know, anyone can enjoy that. I guess if you like Star Wars, but I do, so. All right, cool. So that's some Strauss. I think I would like to do this Oscar Franz scale pattern for a minute, because that's going to be a bit of a bear. Yeah. So we should do this one. And then take a quick little break. Just a brief. And you'll see why after we do it. Why it requires a break. Literally at the end of the, so it's basically just going up a scale in 3 octaves, and the range is incredibly difficult. So it's that page and then this page, and once you get through with it, congratulations, you deserve a break. Boy howdy. That's why I love this book. For anyone who doesn't who hasn't heard me gush recently, Thoughts on Playing the Horn Well by Freudis, an absolute gem of a book, and gem of a person from what I understand. One of my all-time horn heroes. She is on my Mount Rushmore. That's for damn sure. I play on her mouthpiece. I don't know if you can tell, because we're not going to be able to focus, but there's an FRW. You kind of see it, FRW. That's for Freudis Revekra. Yeah. Competition for perfection is part of the game, I guess. Absolutely. Absolutely. And just to clarify, like, the competition with myself for perfection. My strive for perfection is to create the most perfect music that I can create. I don't want to compete with Andrew Bain or Freudis or Sarah Willis or Stefan Dorr, because, like, first off, I will never. Like, comparison is the thief of joy, and comparison with those titans of the horn world will just sap any sort of motivation and you know, anything that I have. But I'm competing with myself. I'm competing with myself from yesterday. As long as I can be better than I was yesterday, I'm winning. Hashtag winning. Okay. Oscar Franz scale pattern. Holy! Hello, Felicia. Good morning. Top of the morning to you. Goodness gracious, that is a monster of an exercise. Whew. Hope you're doing well. I'd say we're doing pretty dang well over here. Oh man, lots of good work on the horn, on the house renovation. Feeling pretty good. Hope you are too. Hope y'all haven't had any crazy school stuff. Any crazy teachers yelling at you or whatever. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so then, dang, what do we even want to work on anymore? I've done a lot already. I guess we can play some fun stuff as opposed to like work. We can maybe, Villanelle. Have I played y'all Villanelle? I can see how, especially when it comes to something as hard as and straining as music performance, you can get yourself less than sane. Less than sane. That's a very diplomatic and polite way to put it. Because no, honestly, you have to have some level of like insanity to want to be a musician. I legitimately think that's true. At least in my case. I know I'm a little bit insane and I really want to be a musician. So, I don't necessarily, don't ascribe it to everyone, but for me, it's like, and I think it actually comes, or not comes from, but is, what am I trying to say? I think the way my brain is wired, my particular neurodivergence, is that I really enjoy taking something like horn. If I have the exercises to do, if you give them to me, you give me time in the day and like permission to just do them and grind away at them. I will do them every single day. I will I don't care about, there are no exercises that are like too basic, too fundamental, too boring for me to do. Like I will do them all the, like my very first hour 15 hour and a half of the day is literally long tones, legato scales, basic like Lipsler's harmonic series, and then more long tones. Like I spend an hour and a half every single morning before breakfast just doing that shit, and I say thank you, can I do it again? Like I can't wait to wake up tomorrow to start over and do that tomorrow. You know what I mean? So like, and I think that in order to make music, you don't have to have that, right? You can to whatever extent you want, sit at a piano, pick up an instrument, guitar, even winds, strings, anything. You can make music however you want to. And where my neurodivergence is pushing me is like I have the time and the motivation and the wherewithal such that I want to play horn all day, every day, and I get not decently upset, but I get a little annoyed sometimes during my breaks because it's like, well, I just want to play more, So like, and do more of the exercises and grind away at that, because by doing the grind, quote unquote, for the fundamental exercises, that's just building the base level of competence on those fundamental things that have to, long tones and the lip slurs and the pitch centering by bending notes and doing like all those sorts of things. It's why I love games like Clash of Clans. I can just go grind out for some materials, and I will grind away at something all day, every day. Friggin' what's another like grindy? Like I love grindy games, and I'm kind of viewing horn as like I'm grinding away at, getting better at horn. I don't know if that makes sense necessarily, but it does in my head. So I finished recording my solo for this competition yesterday, and I was so sweaty by the end of it. Holy cow, I believe that. Dude, that's awesome though. Best of luck in the competition. Is it so what happens? Do you send it in, and if you get selected, move on? Do you do like a live sort of thing? That'd be pretty cool. We had some solo competition winners that got, not this past weekend, but the month before. There was solo competition winners, youth competition solo winners, youth solo competition winners. Oh my god. And they got to perform their competition with the orchestra last month. It was really cool. For a live performance at Carnegie Hall. Yo, that would be so freaking cool. Dude, if you get it, if you progress and you get to perform at Carnegie Hall, you had better let us know, please, because that would be incredible and I would love to see it. That's freaking awesome. Knocking on wood, break a leg, you're gonna do great. I heard that more than once, that for most instruments, a little bit of obsession is recommended. I would agree with that. And I would agree specifically that it is recommended, but not required. Not required. For me at the level that I want to eventually get to, probably required. Like I would love to play professionally. That's where it's probably required. But in order to like make music, have fun with it, absolutely not. Recommended for sure. 100% sure. And boy howdy, I've got that in spades. But it's good also because like usually my obsessions sort of come and go, right? I get very hyper fixated on something, and it's like, okay, I'm good for a month, and then it wanes. I go on to the next thing. I have been waiting for my motivation and enthusiasm for horn to wane. But we've been doing this since last November, I think. November, December. I should go back and see when I actually played for the first time. But so 5-ish months or so, and we're still going strong. At what level are you currently playing? Yeah, so it's hard for me to say. I think at like solid mid undergrad college level. So since you are new here, my background very quickly, I started as a horn major in college in 2010. I had been playing for about since 6th grade through my freshman year of college. So that's like 7 years or so. I stopped in 2011 In 2019, I played for about 6 to 8 months, a little bit in there, and then stopped again. And then just now recently, I picked it back up, and now we've got an extra like 5 months or so of practice. So all in all, I'd say I've got about 8 years experience on it. I think where like if you were to put me into a lineup of X people of people at something level, would I be around their proficiency? I would say probably a sophomore to a junior in college, maybe. Would be my estimation. Maybe closer to a freshman, sophomore. But I feel pretty good. So, I mean, I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. Yeah. Something like that. Somewhere in college level. Because the other thing is like I'm playing with I'm playing at my local community college, and there's the horn studio there, and I'm not sure at what level like those like players are at. I'm playing principal in the ensemble, which like I didn't audition for, but I think I'm good enough to play principal in that ensemble if I were to audition. So yeah, I don't know. I would say solidly one of the top in the studio at my local community college is about as objective as I can be. Yeah, something like that. That's something I gotta work on. I don't know why that's been. I used to know how to play that. Always great to see such a comeback. I appreciate that, friend. I've been streaming for long, so on and off. Yeah, I think I first streamed in like 2017 or so. Like video games, Dead Cells mostly, and then I've done like a few periods of like, hey, I'm gonna stream, and then I'd stop after a month or so, you know, kind of continuing the cycle, just because I fall out of the fixation with doing it. But then since doing horn, I think we started. I should just double check. It's been since December or November. because it was definitely before. It was early November. Early November must have been. Chickens and day one, November 5th. That's what it was. November 5th. So yeah, since November. And then for today, it's been about, hour 21. My engineering chemistry research experiment is due today and our group hasn't started. What? What? A research experiment is due today that you have not started upon? That's not a recipe for success. That's unfortunate. I hope y'all have a contingency plan. I did a chem lab once in college. It was a lab for Chem 2, and me and my partner did the whole thing, and we stayed up late the night before, making sure we were It was typed up, it was on everything, it was good. So my guy was the one who was supposed to bring the poster, and I was going to present it. Motherfucker didn't show up with all of our things, and so I had to be like, that was his portion, but I can read you exactly what we did, and I can and I saved it, and I got an A because I did my shit. But it's a draft and plan with building the chamber for our electric. It's a draft and plan with building the chamber for our electroplating thing, and we've not built the chamber. Write-up is almost done. Well, I sure hope that write-up is a very important step, and I hope that I hope y'all can pull it together. Best of luck. I don't know if you need to be here hanging out with me with French horn practice, but yeah. Oh, goodness. Y'all are silly. Absolutely silly. Oh, where's my mute? Come on. Dadgummit. Shoot. My mic's right in the middle of the music here. which means I should move my music stand, is what that means. One of these days, we're gonna get Villanelle by Paul Dukas worked up and in performance ready. That day is not today. The articulations are nice. Thank you. It's always a struggle getting them really clean for me, and me as well. And especially like staccatoed and up through all like arpeggiated, staccatoed articulations are not my forte. Music puns. For example, the Wagner excerpt that I've been working up for the third act of Lohengrin. And you know, having those like pa 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 pa, right? I'm not doing them. I can be doing them better, is the thing. Because obviously, always you can be doing something better. But that's what my teacher has told me, to really focus on making those arpeggios pop. So that's kind of been my focus. Because it's again, and I don't know if I haven't mentioned this recently, but it's kind of just by virtue of, you know, I grew up in Florida, right? Florida. If you listen, there's not a whole lot of hard ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-tas in my everyday diction, right? So the harshness of t's and, you know, firm articulations are not something that I have 35 years of doing just by virtue of speaking my language. Beast! What's good, my friend? Excellent to see you. I hope you're having a good Monday. How are things? Wasn't able to join for a few days. Well, you're in luck. We weren't able to stream practice for a few days. Just been working on the house here and haven't had a whole lot of time over the past, you know, just over the weekend. So the new schedule, actually, I haven't said this on stream, just it was in my Discord, but it's going to be Monday through Fridays because weekends are spent doing renovations on my house. So, yeah, we're going to be Monday through Friday. But in any event, I'm glad you're here now. Let's play some stuff. Maybe a cling. Yeah, cling number 9. Oh, cling number 9 is such a good one. Because it allows me to maybe trill a little bit. Trillala. Let's see. Hang on. My tempo is not correct here. My teacher just emailed me this. No submission for experiment brief living dangerously. No submission for experiment brief living. Oh, living dangerously. See. Living dangerously, I see. That is a surprisingly difficult sentence. This is your second email reminder about a hard deadline assignment. On top of in-class reminders to pre-submit, check the due date. Yeah. I mean, sounds about right. Uh-oh. SpaghettiOs. What's another one that we've kind of worked up? Or one that we could work up? Where's this number 15? What is this number 15? Seems not too bad. Although it is an Allegro. We can at least see. Take a spin. Spin to win. Okay, so that was wrong. Interesting. Okay, maybe not this number 15. I'm gonna have to listen to that one because that's some. It's just weird. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Is this one? Holy cow, this is a weird. I haven't done the second half of this etude, if you couldn't tell. That's a good one. I need to work on that one more. Do you open Pokemon packs? I sure don't. No shot. I was into Pokemon cards in the late 90s. I had a number of holographic first edition, like first run, a couple shadowless boxes of the red green like original TCG packs. I know I had a Charizard, I had a Machamp, a Ninetales. I had from the second pack set. It was like the Team Rocket ones. So I had a first edition Dark Charizard as well, or like Rocket's Charizard, whatever it was. That thing was freaking cool. These are all long gone, by the way. There's no hidden cache of riches hidden in my family's storage container or anything. But my youngest brother is into Pokemon cards presently, so he's let me open a couple packs here and there. I think I might have gotten like a Dawn Fan full art something hit, Dawn Fan EX maybe, I don't know. But it's not mine. I just opened the pack and got the dopamine from his hit. But yeah, it's not really. I just don't have the time or the energy or the money to like. Yeah, I'm not. It's especially with the state of cards right now, like with scalpers and limited. It's not worth it for me. I ripped packs on the app, the TCG Pocket, for a while. I do that on occasion, but I don't like to battle with them. Saw the Pokeball on the guitar amp in the background. Yeah. Those are my Kanto gym badges. I've got a little Weedle guy as well. I'm a huge Pokemon fan. But not so much the cards anymore, just given the state of the card economy right now, you know what I mean? But in case you were wondering, I am a Pokemon master a few times over, so not to brag, but hell? I don't think that's how that was. No, I can't get it back. We'll get it later. What's your favorite Pokemon I like? Krokorok. Dude, Krokorok is like up there for me. That was on Krokorok and Volcarona are two of my favorite Gen 5s. Like, full stop. So good. My top favorite is Sudowoodo. For sure. For a number of reasons. When I first played through Gold version, not Heart Gold version, back in the day, I got past Whitney and I got Sudowoodo and basically treated it as a Sudowoodo solo run from that point on. Like he was level 70 or something by the time it swept through the Elite Four, sort of a thing. And then once I got to college, my best friend in college and roommate taught me how to play tennis, and he was also a dork and a Pokemon guy as well. And so he would be like collecting the tennis balls, and he'd just like be Sudowoodo, right? Like just yeah. So it's really what I want to do. I want to eventually get a tattoo that is a Sudowoodo that plays tennis with like headband and tennis rackets, and then the balls are like tennis balls in its hand, sort of a thing. And he's like something like that. I wanna eventually get that as a tattoo. I think that'd be really fun. Whew, man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. 15 minutes of practice. Of second practice. We've still got a whole ass third practice to get to later too. And that's gonna be fun. That's a fun little E minor etude. Speaking of E minor, oh my god, I can't believe I have forgotten. I'm waiting on a book. Refresh. I have a book that's going to be delivered today. I'm very excited, and we're gonna stream a little bit of it tomorrow probably. It's because I am a dork. I am excited for it. It's a Horn book. And if you wanna see it, tune in tomorrow. Anyways, so what of this is rough? The entire second half. Excuse me. That measure, where's my pencil? That's where it starts to get, it's here. Let's work that one. I said we're going to work on this one measure, and then I went and played half of the damn thing. Goodness. I almost dropped my tuning slide. That would have been catastrophic. Cool. Yeah, I don't know that one. I'm not so sure. Yo, Professor, missed the tips for sheet music, but I use MuseScore. Yeah, so we talked, briefly about like MuseScore for like popular stuff, especially if you're looking for like a tune, or if it's like something like you're looking for a solo or a more historical work like the IMSLP, the Petrucci Music Library for anything that's like open source, public domain. MuseScore is great. Yeah, there's a number of different like repositories and places to look for sure. And the session for Irish music, no way. The session. I love a good Irish bit of music. Ooh, ooh. Oh, fun. Oh, that's gonna be fun. Uh-oh. Oh, hell yes. Drowsy Maggie. The Blarney Pilgrim. The Sally Gordons. The Lilting Banshee. The Rights of Man for Hornpipe? Are you joking? Like, it has to be. All right, here we go. Yo, what's up, Norsa Fury? Good to see ya. Hope you're having a wonderful Monday. Let's see what this one's about. Danny Boy's the derriere. Yo, Danny Boy. That's a tune. And a new rabbit hole. Yes, you sure have. This one I'm not. I'm gonna have to look up that one. It's like Danny Boy. I'm thinking like not like Rocky Road to Dublin or Barrett's Privateers or like I don't know. Let's just look up popular. The Blarney Pilgrim. That's just so perfect. Sibiag sim my Irish is so bad. I'm not even gonna try. I'm gonna end up insulting someone. Okay, let me try. This one looks really fun. Wait, where did it go? Not a waltz. Here we go. The Cliffs of Moher. Wow, that's rangy. That's really annoying. Huh. Yeah, whatever. Okay. We'll get into that later. Because we don't have a ton of time left left in practice. So let's I guess keep working on number 20. Sort of. These last 3 bars. Let's actually work on some stuff that needs to be worked on. That is a fun one. I really ought to like finish learning some of these etudes that I start. Yo, that's pretty sweet. Whew, that's a hell of a note to play. It goes up to a dang B above the staff, like zam. That is a gorgeous. Oh my god, I love Danny Boy. Oh, the pipes. The pipes are calling. From glen to glen and down the mountainside. You know what I'm talking about? Granted, we can also, and that's the beauty of transposition. Because right now it's written in G major. We could do the same damn thing in F, and it wouldn't be as difficult. It's an A, not a B flat. Shoot. Hell yeah. Back to my roots. I'm very strongly Irish. Irish and you know, British, like very just white, Western European, Anglo, whatever. But man, Danny Boy just it gets the whew, I can feel it in my ancestors. I'm only just starting to wrap my head around transposing. Dude, it unlocks a whole world for you, man. Because I can take this written in G, which goes up a little high, and I can bring it down a key or two and just go up and down the scale, right? Simple as that. I have this one solo piece. It's the Haydn Horn Concerto, and it's horn in D. So you've actually got it's written two different ways. You have horn in D, or you have horn in F. You know? So horn in F is just written, it's A major, relatively speaking. So it's written as if it were A, right? So you play the notes as written. Horn in D, you transpose the whole thing. So it's written, you know, C. Da, 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 but it's horn in D. So you play it a minor third down. So it's a whole world of, you know, transposition, especially for horns. Like for horns in particular, you have to know horns in E, E flat, D, D flat, G, B basso, C for Brahms. Like, yeah, you got to know your transpositions. I do have a pond bird on my shirt. I sure do. This one. It's right here. Yeah! I sure do. You have a keen eye, Professor. You are a keen observer of the human condition and the bird condition. Never forget. All right. I think that's about as much fun as we're allowed to have today. I got to go get some lunch and take care of some stuff around the house. So that's going to do it, I think, for practice today. Boom. Oh, that's right. I forget that you do have a bird as your profile picture. I'd love to see it. What kind of bird, Professor? I don't know that we've talked aviaries before. Our avian proclivities counterparts. I can't like zoom in either. A barn owl. Ooh, dude, I love barn owls. Are those the ones from Labyrinth? Yeah, the ones from Labyrinth. Dude, those might be like my favorite owls. They just look so alien and weird and awesome. Rip David Bowie, first off, but like that's really freaking cool. My girlfriend and I, we were out walking around a couple of months back, and we saw not a barn owl, but it was a barred owl, Barred. Trying to see if we still have a picture, because she took a lot of pictures of it, and I'm pretty sure I would have as well. Yeah, dude, it was just like hanging out in midday amongst the trees. If y'all can see, it's a bit of a glare, but it was just like hanging out there for I don't know, like 25 minutes or so. Like we were hanging out. It was looking at us, we were looking at it. We were just on the side of the trail, just like people were walking by, and we were like, yo dude, like check it, there's a freaking owl, and nobody stopped, nobody cared. And it's like, why are we here? Why are we here if not for this? Like, so freaking cool. My brother drew the original, and then I traced it from the original medium and started using it as my profile. Dude, that is freaking sick. Love that. That's awesome, dude. I love a good profile picture. I honestly, mine, the little bird with a straw hat. Before the dangers of AI came out, I was on Canva and they had their ask your AI what it can do for you. And I said, give me a bird in a pond with a straw hat. So mine, unfortunately, is AI generated from like 2-3 years ago. I've since learned my lesson. This is my disclaimer. Um, anyways, so that's gonna be it for practice today. Yeah, I gotta get out. I gotta go get some lunch and go do some things. It's lovely to see you all as always. Hopefully, we'll see y'all tomorrow for practice. Have a great rest of your Mondays, and I'll see y'all later. Bye, everyone. See ya.